Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. So today we're going to be trading NVIDIA with the RV strategy. So I'll be starting up in just a few minutes. Please read this disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor, so you should seek the advice of someone that's licensed, somebody you trust, before you try to emulate any of these trading styles or video demonstrations that you see on this channel. So make sure you read that. So today I have a pretty big group with me up here on Zoom as usual, and the other half the people are trading the open strategy, and they're already in the middle of it, which is great. I'm waiting to mic up and show more of those when everybody officially can get the book or has the book, but I will be linking the book for Day Trading Volume 4. I'm sure that I'll be able to link it onto this video. And I have been trading it a lot. This morning I wanted to go back to the other crowd that wanted to do the RV strategy, which is still the number one strategy that we've ever tested out there. And that's in Day Trading Volume 1, which is also, I'll have a link to. So that's put out by the $1 Million Margin Club, the same ones that are put out Day Trading Volume 2, 3, and 4. Volume 2 and 3 are mostly about learning your candlestick patterns, even with a rating system and flashcards and all that. So I would definitely get those 4 books. The open strategy is incredible. I mean, it's just, once again, they've done it again. And there's talk about them putting out a swing strategy book. So if you like that open strategy, which I can't imagine you don't if you're a day trader or scalper, make sure you put a review on it and of your thoughts about how good it is, hopefully, and then that's going to encourage them to put out another book about swing trading, which I think would revolutionize things. Now, I'll be doing the streaming with that type of trading. I call it swing. It's really trading throughout the day with the single positions, like 3 to 5 stocks, differently than scalping, which I'm showing you now. So the purpose of this channel, for those of you that might be new here, is on Day Trading for Success, is we take different strategies put out by different people and different books, and we test them here and show what they look like and try to set them up as the best we can. I'm a professional trader, so I'll do the best that I can. I have other people that trade with me, and I do what they call quarterbacking, which I will call out the trades as I see them, but everybody is responsible for their own trades. So the other couple of books I'll have linked that I highly recommend you get are Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, which is really going to help you come to grips with yourself as you trade and the probabilities of every trade possibly going against you. And then Best Loser Wins, Tom Hougaard. That's another book. I first started promoting books about a year and a half, I guess maybe it's been 2 years ago, when the channel first started, and it was barely anything then. And I basically did it because I found out how many people weren't logging, so I really pushed getting the log book put out, sort of with a combination of the Day Trading for Success and $1 Million Margin Club. Now $1 Million Margin Club is not, I'm not, Day Trading for Success is not part of $1 Million Margin Club, so they're their own entity. But any author that puts out books that have concrete strategies that seem to work, I will promote here. And the only way that we really monetize is by you guys watching and subscribing. So that really helps. I have Alan behind me. I have Charlie off to the right that's handling the chat for everybody. I'm in a studio that has at least, I don't know how many in this, 4 other traders in this morning. And then of course I move around and trade different places. I've been here for a while because my other place is being renovated. So I'll start trading here in a minute so you can see what this strategy is. First, let's go over this layout. Anyway, I was saying, so if you monetize, if you subscribe, the way we monetize, you subscribe, you talk about us, you watch all the videos as many times as you can. There's hundreds of videos that talk about how to set up scanners so you don't have to pay for a service, how to set up your charts, how to build this layout that you see right here, as well as a lot of different layouts, or how to get this layout, how to just load it in the way it is. There's a bunch of different videos that have that. We have custom scripts here that we don't charge for, and there's all kinds of stuff, how to figure out which way the market's going, how to set up support and resistance. So there's pretty much a video for just about everything to do with Thinkorswim, which is a Thinkorswim exclusively here. But of course, these lessons or whatever can be applied to any platform that you trade with across the world. We have our subscribers from all around the world. So we are trading on the New York Stock Exchange, East Coast time in the United States, ET time in the U.S. And so when the market opens for this market opens here at 9:30 a.m. And then this strategy is supposed to start a half hour after market opens to trade the RV strategy, which I'll go into the details of in just a minute here. And that's 30 minutes after the market opens is 10 o'clock. So that's when we start to trade, and we only trade market, and we all trade the same share size so that there's no FOMO. Now I'll be trading 1,000 shares today, but this strategy works with any share size, so you can trade 5 shares. We have no trouble getting picked up. As you can see, the volume down here in the scalping indicator was 895,000 on the last candle. So we don't expect any problem getting picked up. We don't expect much slippage because the spread is tight. So market is the way to go for this so you don't get partials. Now, the RV strategy is a range-bound strategy. So you create a range, and that's what it's all about. And then you figure out, you make channels within that range, support and resistance levels based on historical data. And I'll show you how we do that. But it's all in the book, Day Trading Volume 1, which I'll have a link to. And if you're interested in the strategy at all, I highly recommend you get that. But there's a ton of videos, but I think there's like 80 right now showing me trade this and set it up. So I would watch the videos. The more you watch, the more it just becomes second nature to you to trade more like this way. Also, this volume profile, I have a bunch of videos how to set up this volume profile. You see it in the middle here. There's the point of control set for intraday today only. So it's set for today, so from the time the market open. And it can be actively used in scalping on this 1-minute chart. So first, the layout. Well, I was talking about the range bound. So it's basically you find a range, you make channels within that range, and then you trade within those channels. So let's go over this layout. Then I'll go over how we did the range. We have just a few minutes before we start. So this is a 1-minute chart with the scalping indicator on it. Down here is a day chart that's minimized. This is the active trader tool where I'll be taking the trades by pushing these buttons. I reverse a lot. You'll see that happening. This is the level 2. This is a 15-minute chart. This is a 5-minute chart over here. I have another 5-minute minimized down here. I also have a 30-minute minimized, a 1-hour minimized, and a 4-hour minimized. I also have the news down here, and then the Qs here on a 5-minute in the middle of this, the QQQ. So if we're doing tech stocks, I always get a quick look at that to just see if I can judge the overall way we might be inside that range. The first thing we do is we set up the range. This is a day chart. So you can see kind of like every one of these represents a day. Now don't pay attention to these other lines in here. Let's just look at the day. So here's today up here. It's already open. This is yesterday. So you look at yesterday's close to the right of my picture. It says C128.50. So $128.50 is where this closed yesterday. Then you look down at the average true range, the ATR Wilder's average true range. When I go back over the candle, that number is going to change. So that number, average true range, that's what the stock's value was over a 14-day period. So it's $6.44. So you take that $6.44 that was there and you divide it in 2. And you take half of it and you subtract it from where the candle closed, and then you take the other half and you add it from where the candle closed, which would be the top of a green candle. And then you're basically covering the whole $6.44 between that gap there. And you've made a high and a low where you're kind of starting in the mean center. That's the range we expect the stock to trade in for the day. Sometimes it breaks out. It becomes a different strategy that we show here called the escalator strategy. But most of the time it stays in. And that's what's so good about this strategy. It's a large cap strategy. Every stock has to have a $25 billion minimum market cap, $1 billion minimum float. You can get some real consistency, and it means RV as in recreational vehicle, which means it can go a distance, but very controlled and safe, usually. So you're not going to get those big momentum moves if you're coming in and out of trades using the RV strategy's principles. So you're basically looking for alignment from at least, well, as many days as you can back. 10 is perfect. As you can see here, we really only have alignment with 3 days back so that you can find some historical data. Let's go over that a little bit. So the first thing you want to set up is this is a 5-minute chart here that goes back 10 days. So you want to set the Fibonacci level on a 10-day. There it is back there. So you find the low and then the high Okay, so which was right there pre-market. Okay, so I just set, no, actually, here's the 10-day. I'm sorry, the 10-day was right here. Yeah, I set that before that happened. I set that earlier, actually. So this should have been snapped up there. Darn it. All right, well, actually, I can change that right now. No, we'll just, that's a good spot to have it. So because pre-market isn't usually as strong. So anyway, I'm off grid here. So this is set on a 5-minute chart 10 days back. So that means that you find the low and the high within that span. So it just so happens as the furthest day back was the low. You click there, you snap the line where you click again. Up here's where I picked the high. All right. So then all these lines will open up, which is the Fibonacci mathematical formula. Some people call it nature's mathematical formula. And these lines become your first support and resistance lines that you look for within the ATR. As you can see, there's only one. Right, so unless it left, it sounded like Highlander there. There can only be one. But no, there's only one here. So you also do it on a 5-minute chart that's only 2 days back. So let's open this minimized one. And here's just 2 days back. And that one I did capture the most recent data of the pre-market here. So it's kind of good that we have a split. So now we have more lines in between here. So, and here's the ATR. So you can see they're all within it. You can see that's how a consolidating stock should work. So you're trying to get as many as you can. So these are now support and resistance lines. What does that mean? That means that it's likely the stock will stop, rest, turn around there. So you want to make note of it. And the whole strategy is based on support and resistance lines telling you when to go in and out of trades, suggesting as a guideline when to go in and out of trades. Obviously, you want to look at your volume profile. You want to look at multi-chart alignment. You want to look at the volume, the actual regular volume indicator, or if you have the scalping indicator, an indicator that shows if volume is increasing or decreasing when you come to one of these support or resistance levels. So you're looking at a lot of things at once. So these are guidelines that the entire strategy is based on. The next thing that the book will tell you to do after you set those fibs is you look at either a 4-hour chart, a 1-hour chart, a 15-minute chart, or a 5-minute chart. Okay, sounds confusing, right? Start at the furthest back chart, a 4-hour chart, and see how many candle wicks or bodies come through the ATR range where you might be trading. You're looking to create channels that have a certain price between them, and the whole thing has its own mathematical formula to set your share size between those channels so that you can trade safely. So you want to decide like how much money do you want to risk. So I always start with a 4-hour channels first, which might be way wider and not too many of them. And I look at it and it's got, if there's not enough and the channels are 50 cents or $1 and I want to trade 1,000 shares, that's too much, So then I'll go down to the 1 hour and see if I can get more in there, more channels that go across where I can play the floors and the ceilings of these channels. So this would be a floor, a ceiling, a ceiling, a floor. So you're looking to see how the price action can move in between these. So it actually broke above that fib earlier here. So we're up here. This is the upper value of the volume profile. But anyway, so you have your other indicators in here. Now, fib levels are very highly respected, so you want to keep an eye on that. And where I snap that ends up being a pretty good mean average here, which is, I'm glad I kept it there. So I ended up with the 1 hour, which I believe is this minimized chart here. Yeah, this is the 1 hour chart. So I only went down one from the 4 hour to 1 hour to get enough channels in between the ATR high and low. The longer the time frame, the more respected the possibility of the support and resistance lines will be. So then what I did is I captured them. You can see where I stopped on the top of wicks or bodies, and I tried to do multi-alignment if they hit other places. See, I got it there. There's a couple here. You could see that one hit that sharp wick as it went down. This one hit a couple across. This one hit a couple across. And then if the channels got to be too tight, I might not pick up every single wick, especially if it's pre-market or extended market. In open session, I tend to do it. And I only mark them in between the two ATR levels. Now, I have some wide channels and some smaller channels. In there, I use those as guidelines to get in and out of the actual scalping trade. So you'll see me do it here live in a minute. Just want to make sure everybody's ready. Everybody's in their chairs and we're ready to go. Now we all start and end at the same time, but they can do whatever trades they want. I will excuse me, call out what I'm doing, and then Charlie is handling the chat here. Excuse me. As most of you that watch me, you know I suffer from constant dry throat. It's because I'm talking so much, teaching, besides here. And I'm getting old. I'm old. What can I tell you? It's a state of mind, though, right? But I've tried to think I was 18, and I feel 18, but it doesn't really work very well. So I dream that I'm 20 years old, but it doesn't carry over in the day too much. I will tell you, which is kind of funny, people that aren't into trading, I definitely dream candlestick patterns. On a fairly regular basis. I dream where candlesticks are talking to each other. So this is maybe a sign that I trade too much. I don't know. So I don't have a therapist, but I'm sure that would be the first thing they'd want to talk about. What do the candles tell you? But anyway, it's just kind of funny. I suppose if you do anything too long, it's going to work into your subconscious, right? That's what I tell myself anyway. And then I answer myself. But I'm not crazy, as far as you know. Anyway, so I'm about to call it out for everybody. Let's see, I got a few people laughing up there because they can't believe I say the stuff I say when I'm mic'd up, but I do. Did you ever watch those football games when they're mic'd up? They don't care what they say. I don't know what they're thinking. But anyway, football season's almost here, meaning American football for you guys overseas. I'm a huge football. Well, I'm a baseball fan too. So I'm excited about that coming. One more thing to take my time so I don't jump into trades and start over trading. So guys, I'm going to go in just a minute, basically based on this fib. So I'm either going to play it off of this fib, or if it goes back down, down low. So I'm waiting to see which way this goes in the next minute and a half. And I might jump in early if it breaks it or starts to bounce back up. So I see price action below it on the volume profile, which means I'm thinking it's going to suck it down this way. But there is the point of control. Now, the buyers did drop off. Make sure you get this scalping indicator. And the seller, well, okay. Okay, so that was really telling, wasn't it? Okay, what did I get that at? 96. Okay. I was trying to get it. So I jumped in at 96 right there. So I'm in for, look at that, how it broke through that. So this is our first spot to possibly get out, 129.79. And it's also got the outer value of the volume profile, the lower volume of it right now. And then the candlestick action did stop there, which is the price action, did stop there a few times. So let's try to make sure we get a decent trade here and keep a close eye on this. Let me just see if this is our first trade. So I'm checking how this is reconciling. 90-ish, yeah. Making sure the level 2 is reconciling with the candlesticks. Sometimes with these high volume stocks, that was over 1 million, we get into trouble right away. So you also get shadow wicks because I have this set up very sensitively. I'm going to go over that a little bit more for people that can't seem to get enough out of episode 3, which tells you how to do all that. So I'll talk about it a little bit more here so you understand what I mean. Let's just see here. Okay. So reverse. Let's see where we're at here. 29. Yeah. We right at that fib should have been the spot, guys. It went through there pretty fast, so I'm holding for a second. I'm holding it just to see if it's going to break lower than that. We did do it a few times here, but I don't want to lose all this if it starts to rebound all the way up. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to reverse there for now. And I think it's still going to go down, but we may bounce back up the way that was acting first. Fib gave it some support. This could be a mistake because it is continuing to go down. So this could be a mistake. Let's see. Ah, man. I shouldn't have flipped around. I'm gonna take a lesser loss in a second. Oh man, I'm gonna go red here. So that was a mistake. Ugh. How do I handle a bad trade? I get very quiet. Because I know people are depending on me, even though I'm not responsible for them. I honestly thought it was going to bounce off that fib and go up, guys. So I'm surprised. I mean, I thought it was going to keep going down, but I thought it would take a minute before that would happen. So that's disturbing. You guys doing? I'm kind of holding through this move a little bit because it's hanging around that fib. So I'm looking at what the market maker can give me. So I have a $500 max loss, which I'm almost at, but I'm kind of looking at the whole picture right here. There it is. It just hit that. I'm sorry. This is 1,000. We were going to trade 500 shares before. Okay, good. I haven't broken the rules yet, but that was a painful trade right there. I haven't gotten out of it yet. It's I'm hoping that it's going to give me a chance because it does seem to be swaling down. Let me get this. I didn't even look at the other chart when I took that trade, so I had too much faith in that fib. That fib just blew my faith away. I'm not trusting that much anymore. I can get overconfident just like anybody, you know. See if we can salvage this. At least get green. I don't think I can salvage this trade, but at least get green would be good. On this particular, on the day, I mean, is what I'm kind of looking at right now. Man, are you going to go back up to that fib, or are you just going to drop off here? I had multiple opportunities to get out of this trade. I didn't do it. All right. I got green here for $3. I'm more unhappy about the fail, the epic fail there than the loss of the money. I know I can make up the money, but yeah, it was a sort of an epic fail there. Everybody else is. There's only one person kind of in my shoes. Everybody else is very green, which is good. So I don't think I'll be leading today, but that's okay. Can't win them all, right? Now I want to try to not make a mistake again. So it hit here twice, but it did go all the way down here. If you look at the scalping indicator, it's just consistently going down, but the volume's going up with less sellers. But look at the percentage. And oh my God, I would not get out of this move. Look at how many sellers there are. This is why this indicator is so good. See if we can make up. You can never really make it up. It's like you can never really make up sleep. It's gone forever. A trade's gone forever. But we have to look at it like the day, right? How are we doing for the day? I'm not going to sweat it, even though I sound like I am. Look at this. It killed me. I could have captured that. What I tend to do when I have a bad trade, for those of you that have watched me, is I just slow everything down. I stop getting in and out quite so quickly, and I just think it through and don't get caught up in the little moves, which people could argue that every move on a 1 minute chart is a little move. But when you trade it all the time, this seems so slow to me right now, the action for the current action that I'm used to seeing with NVIDIA. This is so slow. Plenty of time to make decisions. So I'm looking at 06 now to possibly reverse, then I'll be over, $400. But if it hits it strong, depending on, look at the scalping indicator, guys. So wow, I could have reversed there, but that was some strong power hitting that, going down. So look at that. Now we're cooking. You guys are all short, I assume. I'm going to take it right there. So I banked 700. And I tried to catch it before this, and then of course it went down. Uh-oh, is it not reconciling again? It's starting to not reconcile again. This is what happens. It's just too much volume, but we can keep an eye. We can still see what's happening here with, let's see, 6. The time's right. This is just not showing as sensitive as it should show. I'm looking at the market maker off that line, right? That 2906 I'm looking at, because I think this is just a tiny pullback here on the downward move. As close as I can get it to that, if I can get it to that. I'm still green. Come on, baby, get up there. Not sure. Stopping right at 29, so that might be as good as, well, there was a 1. Just slow everything down. Take a breath. I'm gonna just take that. I'm tired of the reindeer games. Seems like it's fading. So will it just stop again at the fib, or now it went up higher. So there's a hanging man. Learn your patterns. That's Day Trading Volume 2, Candlestick Pattern Playbook, where they're actually rated by a whole group of professional traders' data. And you want to learn these patterns. So that was a shadow wick. Don't panic there. Point of control is way up here, so we really want to see this come down. Where are we here? 82. Yeah, we're right on. It is reconciling. It just looks funky. I'm going to take that right there. That got me over 1,000. See if we can come back to the fib. See if it can bounce back, or is it just going to keep dropping, and I'll have to reverse back again. So these support and resistance lines, I do use them. And there's a little nuance to it, but sometimes they're just dead on, and other times they're a little bit more of a problem. That's at 92. The fib's at 92. Can it get that high again? I don't know. I'm just going to take it at 83. So what did I get at 83? Yep, that's where I thought I pressed it. There was no slippage, and then it went the rest of the way up. So I could have got more money out of that. I didn't. I panicked a little that it was going to drop off. So I'm trying to make 5K today. I had a bad start. I should have closer to 2,000 here. I not only lost the trade by holding it going down and not profiting at the top, but then I lost it by not writing it down. So I double lost. So I'd probably be more like 2,500 or something. So that's painful, but generally I'm not complaining. Yeah, you guys are doing pretty good here. Oh wow, I'll take that 250. Yeah, I'm going to take that at that level at the 50 cent. I got it at 55. I was taking it at the 50-cent level. Remember, half dollar and whole dollars are psychological support. So if they coincide with the support and resistance from historical data, you want to respect that more too. So now the 5-minute and the 15-minute are just straight down. The 5 minutes getting a bit of a pullback. So you're looking for alignment between the two as much as you can. So that's 28.77. Wow. Is it going to get up to that 80? I'd like to see it get up to that 80. It hit 80, 84. I clicked back down to 81. I thought it was going to, as I pressed it, it seemed like it was going to hit the fib and then turn around. At least the spot where it could turn around. So again, I cut that a little short, but as far as cut the timing a little off there, but it is still going to go back down. So we're looking at that. So the only one that's really getting the sensitive wicks is the 1 minute. The 5 minute and the 15 minute are fairly calm here, showing price action. So it can throw you off a little bit, but it makes the platform so much faster. So we're looking for that. So we're looking back down for the $0.50. That's where it turned around before. There's 55, there's 56, 53, 50. I'll take that. What did I get at 52? So I don't know if it's going to turn around there again, but that's what I went for. Broke 2K. I know you guys are all 3,500 for. There's a 4K. I might try to make it up at the power hour. We'll see. We'll see how close I get. One of the reasons why we all trade the same share size and all trade at the same time when we team up is that because I have wicked FOMO right now because I missed that trade and 90% of the other people didn't. So I tried to capture something out of nothing. So what would I do normally to catch up? I'd double down. I'd take bigger risks. I would do all kinds of stuff because I'm very competitive, like most of us are in the world, and that's how I recoup, right? So sometimes I recoup, and other times it goes horribly bad. So I'm going to take that, guys. I just had to take that. That was too much, so I banked that. So I'm short 128.91. I'm going to turn around again there. I don't think I slipped much. I think I got like $50. I'll do it again there. So I'm at 128.97 now. Short. Wow. I'll do it again. I'm stair-stepping up. I'm not highly recommending it for everybody. I'm definitely playing this a little riskier than I should. Because with these small trades, of course, I can get slippage not only with the spread, but the time that I press the button and it makes they say within 0.2 of a second, but how fast am I? And, you know, what is really happening here, I don't know. As far as what price I will get from the market maker. Even though I see one price, will it be that by the time the button, I'll take that. I hit the 97 again. So I managed to step up a couple, $200-300 and be at the exact same position I was again for a short play. So that's like the perfect world that it works out the way. Unless, of course, it doesn't go short at all. You know, it's not the perfect world. So you see that tweezer move, if you know that pattern, it should go the length of that move right there. So if you look at that length, that was about 30 cents from the close of that. And that is not quite what, yeah, if you go up here, it did it. You know, it almost went the entire tweet, just like it was supposed to do. Now we have another hangman, and this is a reversal. Even on a 1 minute chart, due to COVID and all the new day traders coming in and reading charts, what used to be not as well respected patterns became so much more respected. And the data is taken into account in that day trading volume 2, the candlestick pattern playbook. Should definitely, I think they have a video out on it, the $million-dollar-margin club on their YouTube channel that you don't even have to buy the book. I'm not supposed to say that stuff, but there it is for you. God, I got to take that. That's just too much. I didn't want to leave that 400 on the table. I'll take it again. A little bit. And that's unless I could have held that up to the fib maybe. 128.74. Yeah, it's just a brief pullback on a downward move. So that's what I was looking for. I mean, I'm kind of looking at this fib to maybe do a hard turnaround, but it could happen on any of these. Look at this. This one's really well respected. Yeah, that's the 50-cent one. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. So I kind of like my position because I'm sort of just not making or not losing, but I think it's going to continue to go down. So, I mean, I'd rather have a short up this high, but I think I'm pretty safe with this move. And I think I did catch up at like 300 or 400 anyway. Not enough, but by doing those risky things. You know, there's a lot of practice to try to scalp correctly. If you just follow the strategy, but the big thing is the open strategy that everybody's been trading. I'm running over a 90% accurate with that. That strategy in day trading volume 4 is incredible. You definitely, that's, I'd say two things. I'll quantify it two ways. It's like, it's not for beginners in one way because you need to understand what you're looking at. But if you do know how to scalp by following the rules exactly, it makes it very easy for beginners because you don't have to, to make any, you don't have to worry about any choices or anything. You know, you just follow, do what it says to do, and you'll make money. That's what it's. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't promise anything's possible. You could lose every single trade. I'm just telling you what I've seen and how I trade it, how well it works. That's day trading volume 4. That's brand new. I'm sure there'll be a link to it by the time this video comes out. So we've been waiting forever. 7 months of me beta testing what that strategy was supposed to be, and then they added 3 more, so it's 4 strategies. And in the companion book, which it's going to be delayed a little bit, that has the 5th strategy, which is pretty cool. So I know what that is. They just don't want me to talk about it much because they're keeping the excitement. Well, I'm going to take that at the fib. What did I get it at? 33 exactly. Nice. So I got 3,500. I hope nice doesn't keep breaking through. I might squeeze 5K out of this, maybe. Oh boy. Yeah, so I would definitely learn that strategy. I am so psyched about it because you're really getting 4 strategies in that book. And I, of course, have traded the open for many years, and I had been trading something very, very similar. They did something that really uniquely changed the accuracy of it that I think it was almost like a happy accident, but with all the people beta testing, me included. And that one thing made it go from a 61 to 65% accuracy up to like an 85 to 90% accuracy for everybody. And that was just like those kind of levels, you have to trade it. So the difference between that and the RV strategy is, well, there's a lot of differences, but I mean, as far as the way I look at it for money to be made, it's a much shorter period of time. And you can't really go that high of a share size. So in the open without slipping a lot or not getting picked up. So I think that the RV strategy could probably make more money if you get into learning it. But the open strategies, you can just trade for the first 15 minutes after the market opens and start making 2, 3, 4, 100, 1,000 in 15 minutes. Wow, I should have definitely captured that. Whenever I say that, definitely, I think of Rain Man, Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man. Definitely, you know. I'm going to take that one. So I'm going to try to stair step a little bit of this. I hope it doesn't just keep going up and killing me like a second ago. I'll take it again. That way I was able to pocket that. Because I do think it's going to keep going up. So I pocketed a little bit as it was going. So I'm at 128.45. Wow. There's a lot of little scalps in here, man, but it's hard to call them. You know, it's hard. It's going 200 one way, then 100 the other way. Then if you can capture these, wow, wow, look at that go. Look at that. I'm going to take that. I'll capture that and just hope for the best because that got me over 4K. So I'm hoping it's going to pull back down and do what it was doing and not just take off on me here. I got it exactly at that high line. I'll reverse there. So now I'm able to keep that in my pocket if it keeps going up. So, and I got my position back. I mean, it's not as good a position because I already banked the money, you know, obviously. But again, I'll be looking at 129 to maybe, or well, actually off this fib level maybe. I'll try to capture another short scalp as it's going up because it is going up with some power here. So, but I don't want to jump in too soon, you know, reverse too soon. Nope, I could have captured that. But again, that's a really hard window. That was like a $120 window that moved within 10 seconds, you know. So if you're watching the price action, so I'm watching the market maker a lot, what it's going to give me. I'm looking here to get to 129 even to think about making a move, and I only have a split second to think about it. I have to look to see what is the scalping indicator saying when it hits it. Right now, this went green for the first time on the 5-minute, and this is creating a hangman on the 15-minute. So this is actually telling me that it's good. The price action is going up. So if I'm going to go short and try to take it off the fib, I have to be careful that it's not hitting it too strong and get shooting all the way up to the 129, you know, which is really not that far. You know, it looks farther than it really is. It's only 8. Well, that's 8 plus 6, so yeah, you got 14 cents there on that channels. This is how you set your share size based on the channels that you draw. The book has a whole formula to try to keep you safe. This is a great strategy for that. Again, right now, if you were starting any, I would do the open strategy because there's 4 different strategies there. But they just keep putting out great workbooks, the $1 Million Margin Club, and I hope they do the swing. They're talking about it. This one took 7 months. So I think a lot of the team is taking a break. And I'm going to be testing swings all on my own. So hopefully I think they like other traders to kind of start to show the way, and then they start to adapt, and because they're full of tons of professional traders. So now see the buying going down here, guys? See it's slowing down? So like it's getting ready for is that at the 92? Yeah, I'm going to take that right there. So what did I get it at? 97. So I'm way up here. So even though it's going up, I'm not. I'll reverse now. Okay, so I was able to capture it before it went up. So I gave it room to go back up again. So is it going to break the 06? What's above it? So it's a big gap between it, and sometimes it just gets sucked right up to the next line. Yeah, both the 15-minute and the 5-minute, they're aligning. Everybody's seeing green. So this, and look at how the scalping indicator's going green, 90. So now I'm glad I'm going this way. I captured a little scalp, but I definitely want to get up there. I'll try to capture a scalp again if it gets up to that next pivot point, support and resistance level, should I say. I'm using the open strategy lingo now. That's in the 27, 28, 29. I'll take that. What did I get at 30? Okay, so will it turn around, or is it going to punish me and keep going up? So, and if it does turn around, how long will it turn around? So that's what I'm looking for now. And I've almost made my 5K, which is outstanding. I see somebody there is 6,500, and then they're in their 50s. So I'm not too far behind. I picked up a little. Sorry, that's how I judge myself. But I more look at the month or the quarter. And then, of course, I have so many other investments in the stock market and elsewhere that this is just my place to go for fun. And hopefully people can, and I'm hoping that I can pass on by showing how the best case way hopefully the best case ways these different strategies can be traded. But again, you want to trade them in a sim and talk to a professional. Don't take my advice or what you see here. Everybody's different, and you kind of want to create your own strategy over time using hopefully a bunch of stuff I've shown you, some of the books, and other YouTube channels and things like that, even though they've been attacking me, but whatever. And, try to get your your own thing going where you have been self-taught by just taking so many different people, and then you can call it your own. And you can proudly say, like, who taught you to day trade? I'm self-taught. Because we all are, really, in a way. I mean, we all just take other people's information. It's rare we come up with a completely original idea, but excuse me, but in a way, we always come up with an original idea, right? Because when we combine things together, then it's never been done before because it's our 2 cents, our take. That's an American phrase, guys, our 2 cents. But I know I have so many people outside of America, and I really appreciate your viewership. And I've traveled the world. When I was very young, I went around the world twice, actually, in a schooner. So I've been around. And I don't know why I said that. Just that I'd like to think that I know how sometimes there can be a negative point of view over what I consider to be a great country, but just that you tend to pigeonhole the way people think. I'm not going to get political here, just like we do in America when we think about other countries. So anything you can do to not do that is a good idea because we're all individuals and we don't all believe what the country's politics are. We don't, we all have different feelings and about what. So the idea is to stay inquisitive and keep learning and listen to every point of view. And just like trading, develop your own point of view based on everything that you see and learn, and not try to be so shut up into one little area and only listen to one little news feed and that's it. That's your world. That's who you are. It's no, you're ever evolving, right? We're ever deciding who we are, and we're ever learning, and we all make mistakes. And Here I'm teaching philosophy instead of trading, but just the way I feel. So I'm looking at the 5K here, guys. So I think I can do it. So I'm going to hold out. We've only really got a minute and a half technically to trade for the 30. Actually, less than that because I started a minute early, didn't I? So yeah, I'm going to hold this. I'm not going to go back up. I see some of you already turned around. I don't like it to do that. So the 5 is now red, even though the 15 is still green. Let's look at this. We had a spinning top and a hangman at the top of what is definitely a 1-minute trend. These are both patterns, even if this shadow wick wasn't as long, these are both patterns of showing reversal. And then you had a strong red candle here. So to just play this back up off this channel that it broke, I'm not feeling it. Now it's going to prove me wrong because I said that. But I would at the very least, get out here at the 92 fib. But I'm going to give it a chance to break that one more time. It seemed like it wanted to. It broke it here. Okay, so now we have a spinning top at the bottom of that. And if that had dropped a little lower, that would have been an abandoned baby. I definitely would have turned around, but that's not what it is. So that's just a slight pullback on a 2-candle trend, which isn't really a trend at all. Now you do have one here too, a spinning top. Again, that would reverse it going down. And now the 15 minutes red. Okay, so now we have multi-candle alignment saying it's going down. I'm just going to actually cover out of this position when I get out. So that would be buy to get out. So that's Alan choking back there. And how are we doing here? Look at the power, 100%. Now I'm not going to jump out of this. This is a good trade. I broke the 5K. So it's a 500. This is one of the bigger trades I've had today. It's the ending trade. Okay, good way to go out if I don't hold it too long and get hurt here. So, nope, do not. If it breaks through that fib, back up, then you'll see me take the money and run. But it's not. It doesn't look like it's going to do that. So let's keep going down. Come on, baby. I need to put the prayer indicator up clearly. Come on. Here we go. You can do it. You can do it. I used to teach math, and of course we'd have competitions all the time, and I would, you can do it. Come on, guys. 2 minutes. There we go. That's speed math, of course. That's a little different than, but you know, if you're good at gaming, it's one of the things that the book points out that in the Day Trading Volume 4. Oh no, don't do this. It points out that gamers, people that are gamers, in a way that we're now, kids are being raised with the iPad and when they're 2 years old and stuff. Wow, look at it go, look at it go. Look for the fib. I'm going to definitely get out at the fib down there. That's 28.33. So I'm looking at that now. This is so strong. This is a great move. So I could get out anytime here and be very, very happy. But I would, don't do that. I would not, I would call the fib for sure. That was 38. Wow. I'm going to get out any second. I'm not going to, God, you know what, guys? If you're in for trading a little longer, I'm going to actually play a bounce off that for just a few more minutes because I made a cushion and I'm thinking this could bounce, but let's just see. Just a few more minutes. Play a little bounce. That was 3 black crows coming down. Look at how it hit over here and turned around. I was kind of looking at how often and everything showed at 5-minute, 15-minute. And I'm looking at these double lines here as a support. So I'm just playing this until it, if it starts shooting through it, then I'll get out. A lot of times they swale down and then swale right back up. So, then maybe I can get to 6,000. Is that the greed kicking in? Fear and greed? The trader's friends, fear, greed, talking to us? You could make a lot more money. You should stop right now. No, I'm not crazy. Okay. I could get a whole conversation going, guys. So these guys have seen me do it, so you don't want to egg me on, and it's trouble. It's trouble. You see, there's an old movie with Anthony Hopkins called Magic, and he had a little puppet, for you older folk, through the whole movie. I don't want to give it away, but that was one creepy movie. Before Chucky and all those movies. That was a seriously creepy movie, with them talking to each other. Whenever I do a little gag like that, I always think of that movie, and it creeps me out. I get a little chill. There's certain movies that, if you watch them now, they probably wouldn't scare you or whatever, but at the time, whatever's going on in your life, it resonates, and you're just like, man, I got to sleep with the lights on tonight. There's something bad after me. There's a wooden puppet after me. Okay, it's 6K. I'm getting out. I'm gonna, if it actually does it for me, I'm gonna thank the gods and get out. Can you do it? It's like I said that and it just stopped dead. Like, no, hold it a little longer. We're gonna flush and you're gonna be back down to 5K because you set a price. $77, 58. Oh my God, I want to get out. I feel like it's messing with me. Get up to, oh my God, is it really going to drop off? 18, come on. Oh wow, I should get out, shouldn't I? If it drops down like anywhere near the 700 range, 57, I'll get out. Okay, one more punch. Get me to 6. You're almost there. Past that 280 level. Oh God, it's dropping. There you go. Oh, did you see that? That's just not cool. And you know what? If I jump back into that, I'm going to lose. So that was slippage. You saw it happen here. I was at 6,019 or something. It now keeps going, of course. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for the day for me. I hope you like this strategy. Remember to subscribe and give a thumbs up. We really appreciate your support. And then check out those books. I'm sure there'll be a link to Day Trading Volume 4. I traded today, though, Day Trading Volume 1. And then check out what else it has on the channel, because there's lots of cool stuff. All right. So I really appreciate your support. Remember, always stay inquisitive and go green out there.